Hey, what is going on, guys, gals, aliens, and degen freaks? Welcome to Dano Crypto. On this channel, I show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystems. Now, I have a very, very special guest to bring on the channel. We have Kiara, Crypto Bliss. Welcome to the channel. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing absolutely amazing, and thank you for inviting me to collaborate with you in front of your beautiful community as well. Been watching your channel for some time now, and you've been doing some cool things. I love the tweaks that you're making on the channel lately. It's definitely helping your channel grow. Thank you for being here. I'm feeling amazing. I'm feeling more powerful than ever before in the crypto space. There's a lot of good things happening out in the crypto space, but I guess we are going to talk about some of that stuff in the video
Yes.
today.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, we're just gonna kind of do a little interview. I'll ask you a couple questions, and we'll get into your background. And both of our channels are growing. We're in the bear market. So, when you're in the bear market and you're making content, sometimes it can get gritty and rough, So
Yeah.
it's cool that we're here. We are here, and that's the most important thing. So, um just to get into a little bit of your background, I kind of snooped into your channel. I went back, a year, year and a half, 2 years, and you had some videos that kind of looked like, you were talk about mindset and diet and kind of lifestyle. So tell me about a little bit about your background and what got you from transitioning from that, to incorporating crypto into your life and
That's incredible.
where you're from, of course, too.
Cool, man. I'll give the community a good description on where I am. So I'm South African. I live in South Africa, Johannesburg, and it's a beautiful country. I absolutely love where I am. I've lived here all my life. I travel quite often in before 2020, actually, I was living a very beautiful life where I used to do a lot of work in my business. We used to create a lot of energy for restaurants. We actually, myself and my brother and my mother actually work in the business. So it's a superfoods company.
Oh,
We have
nice.
been,
Okay. That's
yeah.
awesome.
So we own a superfoods company. We were one of the first in the country to have this superfoods company, and we basically started educating people on what superfoods are and the benefits of this. And that's why over the years I have all of this health knowledge. Our business still goes well today, and we're increasingly growing every year. It's a phenomenal business, but it has been a lot about educating the market. So we've attacked the market from a different perspective, which has been
Yeah.
awesome. Seeing different things over the years gives you that experience that one needs in business. So I have been a serial entrepreneur since I was about 19, and I have constantly just been working on our business. It's my passion to heal people. So I also,
It's
as
awesome.
you do other work as well besides crypto, I do the same. I actually consult in health and wellness. So I help cancer patients, I help people with mental illnesses, weight loss management, and I
Nice,
look at all of
nice.
that.
Awesome.
Yeah, and we help people with meal plans, diet plans, and then we incorporate superfoods and we give them a better way of living, an overall quality of living life. So
That's
the
great.
question that you, yeah, it's amazing. Thank you. Um, you brought up something so important that I started my channel with the idea of bringing health and wealth together. So my channel was actually, when I started, it was called All Things Health and Wealth.
Mm.
And over time, I wanted to incorporate both through this mechanism because I felt that both were so important, but
Yeah, they
mixing the
fuse very
two
well
for the
together.
they do, definitely.
Yeah.
But for the importance of algorithm and this kind of thing on YouTube, I had to unfortunately look at changing that a little bit. And I started to just focus the channel a little bit more on crypto because for my business, I actually run another YouTube channel where there's not many followers. I'm really just getting that channel on the go now. Um, when I, guys, for the community, just as a heads up, it has taken Dano 3 years. It has taken me 2 years being in this space to build our channels to where we are today. My Superfoods channel, if I had continued with it 7 years ago, when I started it, where would that channel be today? But I am on micro followers.
It's yeah,
Consistency.
so yeah, to caveat that I started my music YouTube channel, called it was just under my name, and I've rebranded it into a music channel. And I started it back in 2008 or 9 or something like that.
Sure.
And if I would have been smart in like knowing about thumbnails and how to create it and stuff like that, oh man, the thing would be just just killing it right now. But yeah,
Yeah,
but luckily, we're tapping into this market, and we are we're doing the right thing with doing the research and educating people. And so you going off of talking about how you have these businesses, and you mentioned about your family being in the business. I think that's great. I think that's something really cool, and sometimes a challenging thing, when you're working with your family.
absolutely.
Like, there's all kinds of things that can come into that, but if you could do it successfully, it's really gratifying, and it's cool to be able to lift your family up. So I have a question for you. And thank you for sharing that story too, with how you're a healer and you're wanting to help people. And one of the things that helps people and heals people is being able to help them, you know uh educate them financially, if they're struggling, because if they can make more money, and they can feel better about themselves and gratified, and then they can make better, healthy, educated, choices, whether it be with their diet or, all kinds of things. So thanks for doing that.
Absolutely.
So my
Absolutely.
question is, being in a family business, do you soapbox crypto to your family members? And have you had any of your family members buy crypto because of you? Are they staying away? They're like, you're crazy, what's their opinion?
That is such an incredible question, and thank you for asking such a striking question to the community, because I'm sure so many people have that experience as well. They try to get their family into crypto. There's a lot of resistance and hesitancy, but yes, to answer your question so directly, I actually managed to get my mother into crypto, my brother into crypto. My father's in crypto. I have two other younger brothers. They both in crypto, and I actually help them manage their portfolios. My
Nice.
brother that I run the business with, I help him, but he does everything now himself. He puts the money in, he transfers it
Nice.
to the
Nice.
different exchanges, and he manages all of that now.
Awesome.
Um,
Cool.
yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
so
been a
that's the
lot of
whole
fun.
point, is you give them a nut, and they'll go and climb the tree and get some more nuts, and they'll
Exactly.
start to experiment. And that's what I have my wife doing. My wife
Cool.
is now, without even asking, she'll go on her wallet and Trust Wallet, buy some Bitcoin, buy some Ethereum,
Yes.
and now I have certain coins on there. I'm like, if you just buy those, just DCA into those, you'll be my safety net. You'll be my DCA safety net, just in
Yeah.
case I'm being too degen. I know she's
Yeah.
at least buying the solid stuff.
Yeah.
But that's
Sure.
cool. That's cool. So yeah, so I want to get into maybe a little bit about um how you like to interact in crypto. So this is a good question, where some people are traders, they're holders, they're enthusiasts, they like the tech, they like the fundamentals, they like the pumpamentals, whatever you want to call it. And I want to know, what is the you would say your top way that you interact in crypto? Do you send transactions? You like testing networks? Or you just like buying? Like what do you do the most?
That's such a great question. To be very open and transparent, I do trade them quite often with leverage. It was nice. For the first time on your Dogecoin video, I actually saw you using 40x leverage. I have never used 40x leverage. I think the highest I've used is 25x leverage. So that's good on
it's
you. Brave,
it's
brave.
not it's not advised to do so. And we're not financial advisors. So anything on
Yeah,
in our channels, it's important to note that we're not telling you what to buy, or necessarily how to buy it, when to buy it. I just like to show people what I'm doing. And
yeah.
God forbid, you follow what I'm doing, just say, or any influencer, you just have to do your own research. So that's a, it's an important thing.
Please do your own research, guys. It
Yeah.
is so important. So to answer the question, I do a bit of trading, a little bit of leverage trading. I buy a lot on spot, and I have stored. I've got multiple bags of the various altcoins across different platforms. I do have quite a bit of Bitcoin stored on my hardware wallet. Although that was quite an interesting conversation I had with Maria, and it was very interesting to see what her views were on hardware wallets and the whole ledger case that had the whole ledger story that had happened recently.
Yeah.
I removed my Bitcoin because I felt it would be safer to keep my Bitcoin on the exchange with CZ, even though he was going through all the FUD that he's been going through, than it was to keep it on Ledger, which is such an irony, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's funny because yeah, if you guys are familiar with what happened with Ledger, they had a basically kind of like a backdoor where you can kind of seed bank vault your seed phrase, and they would hold it for you just in case something happened. So which means that they have access and could potentially have some kind of leak if there was an infiltration in the system. Big pushback for it. Twitter went nuts, and I think they kind of recovered. They recovered a little bit. I think they initially had to yeah, backtrack a little bit and say, wait, but ultimately, it does freak people out a little bit, and it makes to where it's just a lesson that you have to spread your crypto out in multiple places.
Yeah.
So like you have to have hardware wallets, cold wallets, hot wallets, and the difference, between when I talked to Maria, shout out to Maria Anderson Crypto, go check out her channel. She was like shocked that I didn't have any hardware wallet at all. That I
Yeah.
haven't stored anything on a hardware wallet because I've just been very just moving, just kind of stuff. I'm still storing it, where it's digital, but it's a big no-no apparently. But I think anyway, it's still spread out. So it's nice that you have a good strategy in play, having it
Agree.
spread out in different places.
100%. So, like for me, I manage I manage two and a bit accounts, two and maybe third accounts. The third account is more an account that I like to mess around with um, small bits of money. So, like I would put $10 in that account as an example, and I would try and build that account up to $500-600 at a time, take the profit, put it back into a reinvestment, and then I would use those profits to DCA back into other altcoins. So I like showing the community that it's possible to take $10 and convert that $10 into a couple hundred, a couple $1,000. It just takes a bit of patience and discipline.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
DCA, yeah, DCA and leverage. Those are my favorite, to be very honest.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that's a good, loaded question with the to get there. But yeah, so you like to do a little bit of everything. You DCA, you trade a little bit, and that's kind of what I do as well. I'm experimenting. I was always afraid of leverage, and just the fact of having any losses at all was just like scared the crap out of me. And
Yeah.
I think that recently I've been trying to deal with my emotions in trading, and knowing that, like,
Okay.
when you start to see profits and you're like, oh, you're gonna keep it. Is it gonna keep going up? Is it gonna keep going up, or is it gonna go down? And when should I take profits? And the thing that I've talked about on my channel is the strategy. What is your plan? If you're opening up a trade, is it a scalp trade? Are you thinking it's going to be a potential long? Is it going to have a breakout? Are you going to take profit, then go re-enter back into it? There's all these different things. So, what's something that you can tell my community, my viewers, something that can help them in preserving their investments and their trades? What's a tip you can give them?
That's incredible. Thanks for that question. And what an important question to answer for the community. So, you will hear this cliche saying that goes around: risk management is the number one rule. Warren Buffett did say himself the number one rule to money is to not lose it. And the number two rule is to protect rule number one, right?
Yeah.
So, the point is not to lose the money. So when you are in your trades, there is a support level and there is a resistance level. When we are trading, make sure that the stop loss is between one. It can even go up to 5%, but 5% is extremely risky, guys. Please note that. So no financial advice. But generally, you would put your stop loss under the low area of that support zone, in case they do try to wick you out, put it a little bit below the wick, and always be able to set a target, like Dano just said, set a target at your resistance area to be able to take profits. Once you've taken profits, you can re-enter on that pullback, because generally you're following a trend, and the trend is your friend until the end.
Yes, yeah, that's a good saying. I love saying that. The trend is your friend. And it's so with that, I have another question to follow up. What is your favorite time frame to look at?
Ooh, wow. So lately, I have I have been pinpointing my trades, because I prefer to trade on the daily and the 4 hour. I like to get my entry, my precise entry on the 4 hour, but I'm lately loving trading on the daily time frame, just because of my own strategy with working in my businesses. I found that trying to intraday trade just gets in the way. I sometimes miss the trades and then I get frustrated. So, like you, I also struggled with a little bit of the emotions, making sure that I was banking profits at the right levels, instead of just being too greedy. So,
Yeah, yeah. No,
yeah,
that's a
daily
big
time
thing to
frame.
mention. Yeah, the being getting greedy. It's so, and man, and just to be transparent with you guys, we're talking about trading. I mean, I think what's the percent of traders that lose? But I mean, it's
My
like
goodness.
it's like 90% of people that try and day trade or trade in general end up
Yeah.
losing money, and it's and due to not having proper risk management. And I was catching FOMO on Pepe and was in a nice long where I was like, this thing's gonna crush it. I was like, this thing's gonna keep going up. And I was too high leverage. So in that, I didn't take enough profit. The thing went up I mean, it was like getting close to $1,000 where it could take some profit. And I only took just like just a little bit. And then it ended up going right back down. I had to jump back out. But it
Oh,
was on low, like a very low entry level and small liquidity, but was able to bring it up to that amount. And that is how you can do it. But it's not easy. I mean, if it was easy, everyone would be able to do it. But there's a
absolutely.
lot that goes into it. So, but the fact is that me and you are testing it, we're doing it, we're seeing what happens with it, and the potential is great with risk, with the risk. There's a good risk reward, high risk, high reward. So, and anything with investments, you have to be willing to lose it all. It doesn't matter. Even in traditional markets, you have to be ready to lose anything that you're investing into. Just like
I,
don't invest any money that you don't want to be upset that you lost it.
no.
You know.
And guys, if you use the trading tool setup for a long position or short position, generally what that would give you is your risk to reward ratio. And I've been using that a lot lately. And I can tell you something that removes the emotion, because the support and the resistance levels are so obvious. And if it hits that level, that's where your take profit should be. So you don't have to be greedy and take the full move of the position.
Yeah,
Just,
you want to think like 100% because and this is, I'm
yeah.
telling you, this is how my mind would work. It's like, oh, I'm waiting for that 100%, but no, you could just take it at 40%, take it at 50%, because in that 50% move that you just took, you could see that drawdown. But with looking at those levels, and I'll tell you, my favorite level is the 4 hour. I love looking at the four
Nice.
hour because that's the one where you could kind of get, I guess, the most information now that I'm learning is that you could look at the wedge whichever the wedge is looking, and then right behind it, you can see where the previous resistance or support was, where you could see if it either wicked up or if it went down, and then you could say, okay, and then in from that, look at the volume, see where the RSI is, and then that's how you can kind of make your educated guess and decision in your trade.
Exactly.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. So that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And so my next question, and I would just love to know, what is your favorite chain? What's your favorite like layer two? Doesn't have to be like a layer, like it could be its own like layer one. It could be, something like XRP, whatever. Just something that has, what's your favorite besides Bitcoin and Ethereum? So take Bitcoin and Ethereum out of it. What's your favorite?
Wow. Oof, that's such a
I
It's
know
such
it's
a
a loaded
difficult
question because
question.
there's a
Yeah.
lot, but just like what's something that just makes you excited? Mine is Cardano. I like I've always been a Cardano fanboy. I that makes me excited. So what makes you
Nice.
excited?
To answer that question just like that, what gets my heart pumping every day is Avalanche. I love Avalanche. I think
Nice,
Avalanche
nice,
is
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, Avalanche is cool. They seem to be getting a lot of traction. It's kind of a sleeper, it's kind of in
Yeah.
the background. So I get why Avalanche should be a good pick.
Yeah. One of my favorites. I think it's got a lot of energy and momentum behind the project right now. And I think just because of the adoption that's been happening, the new wallets that are being created, I think we are going to see something huge for Avalanche too. Like you said, sleeping giant for sure.
Yeah.
So is Cardano, right? So is Cardano.
Yeah, yeah, just yeah, big projects in the space, a lot of partnerships. I'd say that yeah, what do you think? So what's the price at right now for Avalanche? Where are we sitting at
About
right now?
about $13.11.
$13.
And
And then what was the high? I think the high was $70. Wasn't it about $70 in the bull market?
can I share my screen quickly and we can
Yeah,
maybe
go
have a
for it.
look at that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Look at the chart, since it's your favorite, so you can kind of do a little TA, see, what
cool.
my community, because I don't ever talk about Avalanche. So I think this would be nice for my viewers to get a little bit of Ava, a little bit of
Okay,
AVAX
cool.
action.
There you go. It's 12.92 at the
Yeah,
moment.
1292. Okay.
Okay, and its previous all-time high,
Oh, it was
$145.
144. Oh yeah, man, I was
Yeah,
lowballing it. Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
And when did we
yeah.
hit that? When did we hit 144?
November 21st,
That was
21.
it.
More than
Yeah.
yeah. So
Nice.
one of the things that I do like about this project is that the supply is low and the circulating supply most is in already, which is great. And it has a decent market cap, a good amount of people on the watch lists. It's extremely fast, extremely cheap. I can send South African Rand to one of my exchanges, local exchanges, and basically then exchange that into AVAX, and I can send AVAX to another, to whatever, to my from my Vala to my Binance wallet.
Yeah.
It will
So
literally take 5 seconds.
not yeah, nice. Okay, so yeah, so that's cool. So what I like to so people have their, off and on ramps that they like to use. And for me, I really love Polygon for that. So that's
Okay.
that's something that I like to use is like because Polygon it's got a lot of network support. It's the Ethereum layer too. So you like to use AVAX for being able to kind of, send in and out. So do you use that coin for being able to get some liquidity into some exchanges? Do you because sometimes certain exchanges don't support certain networks. So
Yeah.
I've been if you're vetted in the crypto space, that you can use certain coins and networks to be able to just move money around. That's the whole point of crypto. You don't have to be married to a certain type of coin.
No.
You could use it like I use Tron to be able to just to get some money to onto something and just test it and see how Tron worked, see how the transactions work. And it's cool. So I
That's
love that.
amazing. Yeah, that is amazing. So I actually use XRP mostly for on ramps for exchange, and then I use Avalanche next, and then BNB would be my number three. And it's just depending on where I'm sending the fiat
uh
or to. Yeah, so it's just depending on
yeah,
that.
I
Yeah,
love that you mentioned BNB. So
yeah.
that gets me into, I guess, our final segment here in the video. Um, I love Binance. I think it's amazing. I love Pancake Swap. I love all the different yeah, like I think when I really started to become like a true like degen and looking at all these different coins and trying to swap stuff. And I've been in and out of a lot of different cryptos and discovered a lot of things through Binance. And I think it's a really fun ecosystem to get into. So I want to know, what is your favorite Binance smart chain coin, that's something that you found on Binance that kind of piques your interest? What's a secret gem? What's a secret Binance gem that you can give my viewers that they need to go and copy that Binance contract right now and get it on their MetaMask?
I I have to share the screen again because you guys are
Yeah.
gonna absolutely have your mind blown out of the water with this one. I have done recently a video on it, and I was actually before our collaboration, I was sharing this I was answering some comments with my community on this particular token. So this is a
Ah,
Binance Smart Chain token. I
the
don't know if you've
land
ever heard of it.
narrative. The land
Yeah,
narrative. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Have you heard of Landshare before?
I've not heard of land share, but I know there's a big narrative with just land, digital land, or digital property in general. I'm not don't know if that's what this is, but we'll see.
Honestly, I did a few videos on this coin. I think this coin has a potential 10,000x gain, which is insane to consider, especially considering it's only at a $2.7
Yeah.
million market cap at
Low
the moment.
supply. Yeah, yeah.
Very low supply. They're burning as well. They've got a strong community. They offer NFTs. They offer digital land. They offer liquidity, staking pools, all kinds of incredible assets on this platform. And only a little bit of 29,000 people own this. I actually did an important video of how to become the 1% in land share. And actually, just by investing $8 into land share, okay, you could become part of the 1% club of land share. So for me, this is a crazy shill on the community. No
Yeah.
financial advice. I do own at least about 2,000 of these coins myself personally. They are in
Nice.
the staking pools, earning some rewards. So for me, guys, this is a huge project that I would be looking out for in the near future.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for sharing that to my viewers. And yeah, we'll definitely check that out. I'll do some research on it myself. And that's something that I was definitely seeing last year before we had the crash. There was a lot of DeFi was starting to pick up. We were starting to get a lot of that and I was experimenting with Solana.
Nice.
At the same time in Binance, I was getting into Solana ecosystem, testing out the NFTs and looking at their marketplaces and looking at their different altcoins. And so yeah, it's cool. One thing I want to mention to my viewers, if you didn't catch what he said, is that he is staking to get rewards. So that is something that I will be making a video soon on this channel about, is how to take some of your crypto and stake it and be able to generate some passive income. So tell me, Crypto Bliss, what is the last final advice that you can give to my channel viewers? And also, what is your Bitcoin price prediction for the next 3 months? I'll just say 3 months. I won't say the end of the year. I'll say 3 months because stuff's happening fast. You don't you just
Yeah.
so I'm gonna get your 3 month projection.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's start off with your BTC question. So for me, I actually think BTC would probably hit it. Well, on my channel, I speak about 38K, but I've measured it. There's a little block between 38 and 42K. For me, I would like to see it at that 38K level first. I think we'll have a bit of a rejection off of that 38K back to 35, but I think 38K is where we will see it. I actually did a video about how Bitcoin drops in September, but starts its absolutely insane bullish momentum from October onwards. And I think October would be cover your 3 months ahead. So I
Mm,
think we could see a good 25-30% increase in the price of Bitcoin over the next 3 months or so. Um,
nice.
just remind me of the other question again. What was your other question again?
Well, honestly, I kind of forgot because the Bitcoin, when you start talking about Bitcoin prices, it's just like it's honestly
Yeah,
more important. So, but yeah, but
absolutely.
actually, I think what it was leave my viewers with
Oh, yes.
a final tip. Like, what's a nice final tip that you can give my viewers, since you have such a deep knowledge in mindset and lifestyle, cleaning up a lifestyle. I'm sure you have something, a golden nugget you can give my viewers that they can start something off.
Absolutely. So, first of all, I just want to say thanks for having me on the channel, to you and your community. I've really appreciated being here with this awesome collaboration, such good
Of
energy
course.
between us, and I look forward to doing many more in the future. But for the Dano crypto community, this is so important. every day, if you can improve what you do to learn more about yourself, your health, and how to build your wealth, those three things will be the most fundamental things. By changing 1% daily, those will be the most fundamental things that you can possibly improve your life drastically with. And I say that because I've gone through it myself. So many other people around the world have experienced the exact same thing. By keeping the mind strong, the body clean, you will become the best at what you do, even if it means you finding a specific strategy and you sticking to that strategy, you will become the best at that. And that is why you should become number one in what you do.
Awesome. Thank you so much. The three things I got out of that: mindset, awareness, health, right there. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Kiara. Crypto Bliss. Thank you for coming on the channel. And I'll have to get you on the live stream. So I think the live
Yeah.
streams are, start getting pretty good. So I'd love to have you on as a guest. Would you like to come on as a guest? Guys, let me know in the comments. I didn't even get you guys to hit the like button or hit the subscribe button. I didn't even say it a single time. So how many likes are we going to get on this video, Crypto Bliss?
Minimum 100 likes on this video,
Minimum
guys.
100, guys. You hear that? So
Minimum.
minimum 100. So we got to pump it up, guys. So I want you guys to go to his channel. Links will be all in the description. So you guys can click around and he'll share me with all the different links that he wants you guys to interact with. Maybe you guys can get a little glimpse into his health and lifestyle life. He maybe can teach you some thing or two, how to make a real nice healthy smoothie. So
Yes. It's actually what we're
yeah.
very good at. So any day.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. So, all right. Well,
Yeah.
we're powered up now. Thank you so much for coming on. And guys, I will see you in the next video. Bitcoin to the moon.
Cheers, community.
Peace.
Peace.